cultivators. This video we are going to have another quest walkthrough of the Azure streak, or say the Fairy Unicorn event chain in Tale of Immortal. This event chain was added in the official version and it hasn't been translated for quite some time. But it does provide you quite a lot of benefits, give you a lot of items, and it does have a small story about it. So let's go with it. Start while you are roaming around in Yonglin region. Yes, it can trigger very early in the game, and you will find something flash in front of your eyes followed by two NPCs. And they were talking about there are some monsters escaped the master cultivator in the Xian region, so that is a hint that this quest will go takes all along with you to the Xian region. And yeah, so two cultivators, they are talking about something called Immortal robe, and this is some artifact they use to capture this Fairy Unicorn, let's call it that way, and we'll say the monster. And yeah, so the monster has escaped and they were running after him. So now you have the option so that you want to, of course, you want to go explore, try to see, and you will see this little icon of Fairy Unicorn just on the map. So now you can go towards it and make save before it if you want to explore different endings. So you will find that there is a creature lying flat in front of you. There is Immortal robe on top of it. And now you can choose what should do. You can set the creature free or kill the creature. Choose kill the creature here, you will enter a battle against it. This is probably the only time you will see its full battle form in the game. And it has this skill that will summon this kind of, so blue flame around it. It drains your MP and deals some damage to it, I think. But it is a very easy battle and you can easily defeat it and kill the Fairy Unicorn. After all, it has been wounded for quite a long time. And of course, we do not like this ending. And you can see there is even a visual bug here. So devs do not even know that anyone will choose this. So yeah, do not kill it. Of course, we should set it for free. So once you choose this, you will enter an actual event chain. And you will see a memory from the Fairy Unicorn. Back then, when it was probably the first time when it was captured by Immortal robe, an unknown mystery man comes and tries to rescue it. So it tells you that you are a Fairy Unicorn and the horn is a very precious thing, and that is why people are after him, because they want the horn, the treasure. And then this kind cultivator comes towards it and tries to calm it down, and the Fairy Unicorn, of course, comes down and let the cultivator remove the Immortal robe. And then this cultivator warns the unicorn about this Immortal robe and let it go away. And thus you find the Fairy Unicorn slowly goes away and the memory slowly fades down. To rescue the Fairy Unicorn, some days later it will come again to you, and of course you can carry its head, and then you will see another memory. And this time you would see that the previous cultivator is trying to give some fruit to the Fairy Unicorn, and he's also talking about, we love this fruit, and of course you like it, and they are traveling a long way to find out a secret cave. And this secret cave seems to have something about threatening the world, and this is what they are trying to find. And they are traveling companions. So that's a hint for later quest. Anyways, the Azure Steed will lead you away to a mountain cave and you will find a bit fruits, including skill fruits and spiritual or martial fruits. There are random events like this. This is not a story one, just a random one that the Fairy Unicorn will bring more fruits still. So it's a very nice addition to your fruits. Next step of this quest, you will find the Azure Stick again, and this time he will lead you to a cave with a lot of monsters. Of course, you choose go together and then go to the icon, and there you will enter the cave and fight some very easy monsters, and after the fight, you will see another memory. So the Azure Stick actually digs up some treasure, and in the memory, you see that the cultivator, which rescued it before, is actually a feng shui expert. He's talking about qi flowing out of the hills, and it's arranged by someone, there are treasures hidden behind, and that's how he teaches this Fairy Unicorn how to find treasures, I think. But he's also like, I talk about things, I explain things, but you will getting bored like this. That sounds very much like me. And you will get a breakthrough materials from this, and it's very nice. The next event, the Azure Steed or the Fairy Unicorn, will bring you to a mystery cave again, and this time you find some shards from it. And the cultivator, the mystery cultivator, will explain you that these shards are very much like your horn. And it also explains what's the specialty about the horns. So apparently they can use the horn 3 times in their life, and they already used it when they were born. and he's asking the unicorn to help him using it again. And by the way, those small shards are actually just soul stones. So before we go to the Hua Feng region quest, this is a fun fact. So you see this chi condensation mount called Quanshu, and this is actually exactly the same name as this fairy unicorn. So Quanshu, it is the fairy unicorn, and it is actually one of the mounts you cannot easily get from the shops. But yeah, it looks like this. As you can see, there's also a horn there. And it is interesting that they actually add this quest for this mount, even though it is not green, so maybe it's a bit different species, who knows. A small event: once you reach the Hua Feng region, you will find the fairy unicorn again, and follow and see, come to the icon, you will see the fairy unicorn have beat up a Dunkang as well as a mountain spectre. Apparently, he is a king, and it is actually interesting. But apparently, the fairy unicorn is still in this fighting mode, so when it looks at you, you feel something overwhelmingly. So here you can choose to confront it, because you know that he is a good boy, so of course he is a good boy. Another similar but cute small event: you see the fairy unicorn, you can stroke its head, and it will invite you to ride on it. Of course, you will sit on its back. Who will give up this opportunity? And you can touch the cloud, feel the snowy and soft feeling, and you can also see some marvelous views on the sky. And then you come back with the unicorn to the land. And somewhat a main quest. So you see the unicorn again, he gives you a menu, and you again see a memory. This time the man is looking in a secret cave about a lot of menus. He finds out what is this rune be used for. And it's strange that why there are so many menus in the strange rune, and what is the menu pavilion, and why do they make out a menu with such a method? Has anything to do with the Nether Mountain? And if you have finished the game, you know this is a great hint of the ending. But anyway, you will get your main menu. And such small event that it will bring you some fruit, it can happen again. For example, this is when it happens again while I'm in remote region, so I get some level 3 fruit instead. So not only level 1. And similarly, there's this event where it leads you to go to fight some small enemy, easy enemies. Supposedly this will bring you some kind of materials, I assume, but in the end I did not get anything. Maybe this is a bug. So like it placed the treasure on the ground gladly. Where is the treasure? I don't see any treasure here. And there is also another event where you learn the menu, it will teach you something, but that also had a bug and it was removed, I believe. You come to the Xian region, this will be kind of, you reach the ending of this event chain. You will find two NPCs talking about it, and it seems that the fairy unicorn has appeared in Xian again. Remember, it first came from Xian and ran to Yongling region, that's how we met it first. And now they're talking about we must kill it once for all. The legends say that it conducts energy, then maybe you can use that to detect nether air, this and that. Just walk a few times more, you will see another two NPCs talking about the fairy unicorn again. Apparently everyone knows it has reappeared in Xian region and people want to catch it. Well, the woman was still talking about, oh, if it's horrible if we can raise the Nether Mountain. But this guy directly tells her that, oh, come on, that is just a rumor. There's no relation between the unicorn and the mountains. It's just an excuse. And the woman said, do you have evidence about it? The guy said, no, but there's also no evidence that fairy unicorn will raise the Nether Mountain causing a disaster as well. People just want to catch it for its horn because it's a valuable treasure. And now we have the choice if we should go to rescue it. Of course, we're going to rescue our good boy. We'll find our little unicorn lying on the ground, and there are a few NPCs have already encircled it, and they are trying to give it a final strike. And apparently someone even brought the Immortal's robe, which, it was used to capture the unicorn. So, not good. And let's try to get into there without being noticed by the NPCs, and we find the fairy unicorn has been wounded and lying down there. And it touches your hand, and as soon as it sees you, such a nice kid, and it cannot go up. It can only kneel back. It's wounded very badly. And here we see the memory that it used to be wounded as well, and the wound cut too deep. And we just need to find something called rosy gum, which can be used to heal its wound. And this is what we see from the memory. Apparently the unknown man has tried to find it for him. So we will also go to find it for our friend. Let's go to find the rosy gum. And we went to the place after easy battle. We'll find the root of the tree, and there it condensed into the gum. And now we can come back and rescue the seed. But save before this, if you want to see different ending. Now let's come back to save our little friend. So we took the gum and we tried to tend to its wound to heal it. But just as we are about to do this, someone come behind us. Oh, congrats, fellow cultivator. Now I have caught the fairy unicorn. Let's kill it. But why would you want to kill it? It talks about, okay, it will raise the nether mountains, it's bad. But do you have any evidence about it? Why is crime recorded in the Manu Pavilion? Oh, Manu Pavilion again. And he's like, are you doubting my word? I'm going to kill it, no matter if you want me. So here you have three different choices. If you choose to leave for now, you will reach one bad ending, because, of course, you leave, and then a giant explosion happens. And then smoke rises to the sky, and the shockwave reduces this thing into complete ruin. And the time you spend with Steed is completely unreal. Of course, here you can also choose you just want its horn. And he's like, you're right, after all it's a treasure, but I also want to bring the world justice by kill this evil creature. And yeah, you again have to make the choices. So don't choose live for now, but this is another bad choice, kill the unicorn. Don't choose that, because I will never forgive you. And even if you kill the unicorn, you still made the wrong choice, because this person will still try to attack you. And yeah, you cannot avoid a fight. It will be easy, but still. Once you defeat the opponent, the unicorn's body also fades into the dust, as if the myth about horn is really only a myth. Sad. And finally, let's make the correct choice. We should stand with our friend and attack this person instead. So here you have to go through 3 consecutive battles, so it can be hard. The first one actually can summon some kind of skeletons as well, but if you manage to control him and immediately kills it, it's not an issue at all. 4 seconds done. But once you defeat him, there's another 2 more cultivators that are heading here. And so yeah, this one was saying, okay, the sound of lightning coming from here. This one was saying, yes. Oh, but apparently they are killing among themselves, because both of them want to take the treasure by themselves. And now the cultivator notices you, and the unicorn, he will attack you again. Wants to kill you too with one strike. Are you sure about it? So we'll enter a battle again, and this one is actually even easier, I would say. Well, in this case, it takes 5 seconds compared to 4 seconds last time. And yeah, once you defeat it, unicorn seems to be much better, but it's still 1 more people are coming here. 2 more people actually. Unicorn is here. Catch it, it cannot move now. And we are going to fight 2 cultivators together at this time. And if you just come to Soul Formation and come to Mushin region, it can be a bit difficult if you did not be max in the Nathan Soul. But yeah, that's why another reason I want you to save before engaging this battle, because to get the good ending you need to have 3 battles consecutively to be prepared for it. Okay, so we finished this battle, and finally we managed to save our friend. However, there are more and more people who are coming to hunting for their prey. And this time, the leg is almost recovered. You can choose to sit on its back or urge it to leave. Doesn't matter, because it actually gives you the same result. And yeah, a cultivator have already found this Immortal robe, and it catches it. So that now it is forced to ground again. Its eyes shines with Azure sparks, and you can see another memory. In this memory, we will find that cultivator is trying to seal the nether air from the nether mountains, trying to lower the mountains instead of actually, as people thought, trying to raise the mountains. And of course it is difficult, and it is beyond human being's power. And this time, the unicorn have used his horn's power, the second time of his life, to help him. And now, we are going to use his horn's power the 3rd time. And this time we are going to create a blast, and destroys everything around. Enemies are defeated, and where is our friend? And when you look at this, everything is destroyed, we are only full of dust, amber, and gravel. And now let's check on our seed friend. He's still bounded by the rope, and he looks at you and sighs. Let's cut the rope, and we'll see another memory. And this cultivator is still trying to seal the nether air. And let's seal the fissure together. And 2 of them side by side are trying to get rid of the nether air. However, the nether air is still too strong for them, and it is time for the man tells the steed, our steed, that, yeah, leave now. I will do it by myself. While the steed ignores him, he actually used the immortal robe to bound the steed so that the steed can run away. Escape here, run as fast as you can. Be careful of people who crave your horn. And the man continued to cast the spell. He managed to completely absorb the nether air, and the mountain collapsed. And the steed looking at you, and what should we do? Don't seem by cultivators again. Go freely as your old friend hopes. You can choose either of them, and the steed goes away and vanishes beyond the sky. And if you chose to urge it to leave like what its old friend tells him to do, it will end up the same thing. So previously choose to sit on its back. Now we choose urge it to leave. It still will be captured by the immortal road. So it will end up the same. And similarly, if we chose that to tell him that do not be seen by cultivators again, it seems to know what you mean. And it also ends up maybe you prefer to roam freely, and it will vanish into the. And finally, if you are using the Mythical Gourd, you will find a third option here. Instead of go free as you hoped, or don't be seen by cultivator again, you can ask him, do you want to live in my gourd? And the steed nods slightly, it steps towards you, and you can absorb it into the Mythical Gourd. And the mythical creature used to be a powerful ally of master cultivator against the nether mountains in the Xian. Finally, after years of wandering, he arrives home. Sweet home. And this is how the fairy unicorn spirit looks in our gourd. It can actually have 3 battle skills, and more importantly, can have this human transformation skill. You can get it from adventure, of course, or if you're lucky, the moment you get it, you will already have that human transformation skill. But yeah, if you don't have it, just send it for adventure, you will eventually get it. So this is one fairy unicorn. Well, I'm using a different account, and this is a female character. And you will see that our fairy unicorn is still a female. So yeah, its sex is kind of fixed, a female. And of course, once we have the form changing, which means we can click the change form to change it into a human. Oh yeah, come on, get out of the team. And now let's click the button, and da-da-dun, da-da-dun, da-da-dun. This is how the unicorn looks once transformed into a human. And you can still see that horn there. You can bind her into your gourd, but of course you can also set her free, let her freely roam around in the world without being worried about being hunted by the horn. So basically, that's it. That's everything about this quest. And yeah, it is a story about the friendship between a cultivator and a fairy unicorn, and also about the greed of normal people. And that's the cultivator who almost find out the master plan of the master of the pavilion. And yeah, so that's about everything, and thank you for watching. If you like this content, please leave a like or subscribe to my channel. And I will see you next time.